Hello, everyone. Good afternoon to those of you who are joining from Japan, and good morning to the Nordics. My name is Niklas Karvanen. I'm the Community Director at Nordic Innovation House Tokyo, and I will be your MC for today. Thank you all so much for joining our Nordic Digital Transformation and the New Japan online pitch showcase that we're conducting together with Japan External Trade Organization, JETRO. I will give it a few more seconds for everyone to get tuned in and settled. While doing so, let me briefly explain the technology that we're using today. So this is a Zoom webinar, which means that as the members of the audience, your microphones and videos will be turned off throughout the event. For our speakers and panelists for today, I will introduce you to the stage. And when I do that, please turn on your video, your microphone, and please also then start sharing your screen. We are also recording today's session, and we will be sending it over to everyone who registered for the event, as well as an inquiry form, which you can use if you're interested in getting in touch with our 7 Nordic companies who you will be hearing pitching today. Once again, thank you all so much for joining us. And let me briefly go through the agenda of our event for today. We will start with a couple of introductions. First about Nordic Innovation House Tokyo, and then also we will hear from our partners JETRO, and then we will have a keynote from the Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry about digital transformation in Japan. After that, we will jump into the 7 company pitches that we have today, and in about 1 hour, we will call it a day and close the event. Thank you again for joining us, and let me briefly explain to you about Nordic Innovation House and Nordic Innovation House Tokyo. We are a pan-Nordic collaboration project between the 5 Nordic countries, being Finland, Sweden, Norway, Iceland, and Denmark, and we are supported by Nordic Innovation. Besides Tokyo, we are also present in 4 other locations, being Silicon Valley, New York, Singapore, and Hong Kong. Our Tokyo house is actually the newest addition to the family, and we started late May this year, so it's been about half a year. But the mission is the same for all of our houses, which is to scale the best of the Nordics. So we work together with quality Nordic startups, scale-ups, and growth companies who are interested in expanding, exploring, and scaling within these global hotspots that we operate in. And we are a truly global platform, as in we collaborate with the other houses, but we are strongly rooted in the Nordics. Here in Tokyo, we are represented by these 5 organizations from the respective countries. And once again, my name is Niklas Karvanen, and I'm the Community Director of the Nordic Innovation House here in Tokyo. Since we have a lot of Japanese audience today, I thought I would just share a few insights from the Nordic startup ecosystem. We're of course very proud of the around 23 Nordic unicorns that we have. This is actually the highest amount per capita per area after Silicon Valley in the world. We see that we have strengths in areas where Japan is looking for innovations, some of which are listed here: green technologies, health technologies, smart cities, and of course, anything related to digital transformation has been on the agenda in the Nordics, in Japan, and globally, especially during this year. We're also very happy countries. We're very happy to all be in the top 10 World Happiness Score, and we think there might be some connections here to the entrepreneurial spirit that we have in the Nordics. And we're also very glad to see that investments from Japan to the Nordic startups have been rising, and we had around 17 cases last year. The Nordic Innovation House is a platform for companies who are in scale and growth, registered Nordic companies within technology fields who are looking into Japan. We work on a membership model, and we provide offers mainly in 4 areas: access to networks, support from the Nordic organizations, access to communities, and then also different types of visibility and showcasing opportunities, such as the one that we have here today. But we cannot do all of this by ourselves, and that's why we partner with quality partners who we can run collaboration activities, share information, and also promote each other's activities. With that, I would like to conclude my presentation about the Nordic Innovation House. If you are interested in hearing more about the ecosystems in the Nordics or here in Japan or about our membership, please do feel free to reach out through any of the channels that you can see listed here. Once again, thank you all so much for joining. And next, I would like to invite our colleagues from JETRO to give an introductory speech. And I believe Ito-san, the stage is yours.
Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay. And thank you for introducing me, Nicholas. And good afternoon, everyone. I'm Yoshihiko Ito, Director of JETRO London. I'd like to thank everyone for joining this event. And also, I would like to thank Nicholas and the NIH team for your great support to organize this first joint event between NIH and JETRO. I'd like to say a few words before starting the sessions. And JETRO is a Japanese government organization which promotes trade and investment between Japan and other countries. Recently, one of our pillar activities is to facilitate innovation in Japan by promoting collaboration with innovative overseas companies. And thereby, we want to solve Japan's social problems and realize sustainable growth of Japan. As is well known, the Nordic countries are one of the most innovative regions in the world. So we are very pleased to hold this webinar with NIH and hope this event will create new collaboration between Nordic startups and Japanese corporates. Let me introduce a little bit about JETRO's support in the context of open innovation. Can you see the slide?
Yes.
Okay. For foreign innovative companies planning to start or expand their business in Japan, JETRO provides you individual hands-on support. Depending on each client's need, we provide information on the Japanese market and regulations. We provide business matching opportunities as well. For setting up a business base in Japan, JETRO, together with our experts, provides information such as registration of incorporations, visas, taxes, human resources, as well as temporary office spaces. On the other hand, for the Japanese corporates who are looking to collaborate with foreign startups, JETRO provides you information on local startup ecosystems, including information on key ecosystem builders you should meet and local startups in your targeting sector. This support will be launched soon, and we will cover Finland in this service. Finally, we also offer a membership program called JETRO Members. There are several member-only benefits. For example, members can receive online briefings from JETRO's overseas offices, or can access to JETRO's article database, or can attend members-only seminars and receive discounts on paid seminars. If you are interested in receiving any support or have any requests, please feel free to contact me. And thank you for listening, and we hope you will enjoy this event.
Thank you, Ito-san, for the introduction to JETRO and also collaborating with us for this event. And without further ado, I would like to move on to the 7 Nordic pitching companies. Each of the companies have 5 minutes time to pitch. And again, if you're interested in discussing in details with these companies, please fill in the inquiry form that we will send you after the event. But without further ado, let me introduce you the first company of today, which is Zoan. Zoan provides unique experiences in the VR, AR, and XR world. They provide graphic solutions and applications in the areas of real estate, education, entertainment, and much more. It is my pleasure to introduce you to Mr. Paul Yang, the Japan president of Zoan. Paul, if I can please ask you to put your video and mic on and share your screen.
Yes. Thank you, Nicholas. Yes. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. I'd like to start. So my name is Paul Yang. I represent Zoan Japan here. We are based in Helsinki, but we have offices worldwide. We're about 100 people here or all throughout, all around the world. As Nicholas said, we are a 3D AR VR company. So today I'd like to discuss about 5 areas. We have a lot more than this, but I'd like to talk about the VR concert, the webinar framework exhibition, outdoor, indoor digital entertainment, lifestyle and design, and real estate. So the pandemic actually had accelerated the thought of using VR as a concert, as many artists had to cancel their concert series. So we were requested to find a solution for some of these concerts. As a result, we worked with one of the Finnish artists over in Helsinki, and we did a concert earlier in the spring. At the time, we thought that we would only have about like a couple thousands of people coming in, but we had many more. I'll tell you the figures later on. But the idea here is that with the VR concert, we're able to provide various types of environment. As you can see, here is the plaza over in Helsinki, but we can add a lot of interesting virtual reality animation to the program. On the green side, on the right side, you can see the 2 artists sort of like standing there, and then in the background, the JVG, the artist, we can change all the different types of environment there is. The other types of environments, we have a lot in the library. As you can see, we can have the artist singing in an Arctic, or singing at night, or even like on top of water on a rainy day. So there are a lot of interesting creative things that we could do. As a result, we had over 1.4 million people who actually joined live in this VR concert at the end of April this year. This was one of its first type that something of this scale had happened. And as a result, this was covered in the Forbes magazine and the Guardian. I'd like to also now talk about webinar frameworks. So this is more about B2B, having exhibitions online. This was just recently, this occurred in September. We had a setting of Tallinn, Estonia, and also Helsinki. And the idea here is that people can navigate into the city and actually be introduced to a lot of interesting parts of the city, but also about the companies. So the idea here is that you can see as you're navigating around, you can go to the coin, like here you can see on the left side, this NL. And here what it does is it spins around. When you get close to it, something like this screen here on the right side pops up, and then all of a sudden a video of that company starts running and then gives you a lot about the information. And we can do webinar. The idea is this is kind of an exhibition in virtual reality. We can show the city. We can show the city in future. Like here, it looks very science fiction-ish, futuristic, or we can do something where it shows the past of the city. So there's a lot of interesting things that we can do here. Another request we're getting a lot here recently, Japan is doing outdoor, indoor entertainment. So we can do a lot of projection mapping, content building, music. And the idea is to take a natural park and then create a lot of these interesting images and lighting. And the idea here is that the municipal government really wants to bring more people in. And what we do is we come up with these ideas, contents, and it draws in a lot of people. And the reason why they like this is because if people do come at night and spend about 1 hour just roaming, getting engaged with this whole content, people end up staying there at night and end up paying money for accommodation and food, which the municipal government very interested in doing. So we have a lot of contents that we can actually showcase in these kinds of outdoor entertainment. Yeah. This work was done in collaboration with IKEA, this lifestyle design. What IKEA came up with was, furniture is just one thing, but we wanted to create something that had more of an impact visually. So with the music and the 3D graphics, they found out that if we provide something that's very soothing and calm, it actually deepens the sleep of the consumer. And this is what's been happening. I have a video of this. I can't show it here, but if you're very interested, I'd be happy to show this. It's a very nice video of what has been created. Now I'd like to go into real estate. The real estate, there's a lot of application here. Here's a commercial asset, but the application for VR is tremendous in real estate before development, during development, and after development. The idea here is we can showcase in browser what the building will look like, what it looks like inside, help you navigate through what the configuration of the building layout is like. And also give a lot of different forms of graphics so that the people would have a better understanding of what the commercial center could be. The residential application is very huge as well. Right now, I think there's a lot of different types of 360 graphic presentation, but we created something here on the left side where with a smartphone, you just slide your finger and it looks as if you're actually really walking into the apartment, right? And it helps you guide you. And then what we can do is recreate a night scene or different lighting, change the table from wood to marble. And all you do is sliding, and you don't get that stretching and squeezing effect that some of these 360 video does, but rather it feels as if you're really there. And so people who are doing leasing or for sale condo, this kind of application can be very effective, as we had done for a very large real estate for sale condo developer over in Australia, where we were trying to sell it to a Middle East high net worth people. It was hard for them to come over to Australia. So instead, we helped the developer to build up the 3D image of the condo, which was very expensive, which they did well in selling. One of the things that we're working on is a digital Tokyo. So we are recreating the entire city of Tokyo in 3D. This is just one aspect of it, but the idea here is that people can go through the web browser, walk through, and here, as you can see on the right side, this is a new building that will be completed in 2023. The idea is that we could actually help you navigate, see it realistically, show live data such as occupancy of an office or rental information about the office or of a hotel, and enabling a lot of people to advertise their product and services, and also conceptualize what the city can look like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, or architects who are wanting to come up with interesting design, they could showcase it here. And so we're thinking next year to do what we're calling it as an annual VR real estate conference, where we'd like to do this annually, but showcase what Tokyo will look like in the future, but also in the past, as we are doing with one of the projects, and basically give a lot of people access to information of what Tokyo is like before going in, get a lot of data through in live streaming, and to be able to conceptualize what the Tokyo city will be like. Yeah. And so why are we presenting? Because we're looking for customers, we're looking for partners who are interested to do some work with us. We have a lot of business ideas, or if you're looking for business ideas, we'd be happy to work with you. And if there are some investment that you're interested in doing for with us, we'd be happy to entertain that as well. And also, we didn't get a chance to talk too much about it in this presentation, but we're also involved in the education sector, filmmaking, automotive marketing, corporate training is very useful, and also in museum. And now I'd like to show you just a very quick video, just a very short one, just a sec here. Okay, so that was it, and hope this was useful. Please feel free to contact. 日本語もできますので、日本人設置していますので、ぜひ日本語でも連絡いただければと思います。Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much, Paul, for your presentation. Let me just reiterate that 1.4 million of Finns watching, that would be around 25% of our population, so very impressive on that. Next, I would like to move on for our second company, which is FLEXOUND. FLEXOUND augmented audio adds the sensation of touch to all audio content. Their versatile and patented technology can be embedded into seats in cars, cinemas, and airplanes, gaming chairs, and much more. It's my pleasure to introduce you, the CEO and co-founder, Ms. Mervi Heinaro. Mervi, the audience is yours.
Thank you so much. Do you know how music feels? Do you know that you can actually feel sound and music and any digital audio content? Because FLEXOUND has invented a revolutionary way to reproduce audio so that you simultaneously both hear high quality audio and the sound and feel the vibration out of the sound waves. So my name is Mervi Heinara. I'm the CEO and co-founder of FLEXOUND Augmented Audio from Finland. We were founded in 2015, and let me tell you a little bit more about our company. It's not done. Yes, augmented audio solves audio problems in many industries. Our audio deep technology is patented. We have 13 international granted patents so far. The flexible item, the hardware, can be embedded into different soft products that come into body contact, like car or cinema seats, cushions, beds, furniture, and more. We are currently focusing on automotive industry and entertainment segments, home entertainment and seated entertainment, but we're originally inspired and got the idea from autistic and disabled children and their therapy. FLEXOUND adds a new dimension, the sense of touch, to basically any digital audio content, be it sound, music, streaming, the kind of Zoom digital content, or anything that you can think of. It is a truly immersive audio experience that you have never felt before. And augmented audio is perfect for any sound content. Unlike loudspeakers, the FLEXOUND module can cover the whole audible range from 20 to 20,000 hertz from one single element. The module is compact, it's very lightweight and low power, saving weight and energy. Augmented audio allows for safe near-field listening, and it reduces noise for others. And it allows people also with reduced hearing to feel and connect with sound and music. As said, FLEXOUND can replace traditional loudspeakers. With FLEXOUND, the car makers can save weight, energy, and costs, which is extremely important for the car makers, especially with electric vehicles. And we can keep at the same time the passengers entertained, and also comfort through, for example, sound massage, and add safety through tactile safety alerts. Currently, we are working with major automotive companies, and we are also looking to expand to Japan. Last week, the Hyundai Group in Korea announced that they are looking into FLEXOUND as one of the future technologies to be added in the future vehicles. The added sense of touch, the truly immersive feel of the sound, complements entertainment experience for seated entertainment, be it cinemas, theaters, sports arenas, or auditoriums. We are already proven to entertain the audiences in cinemas. And last year we opened the first commercial FLEXOUND boosted cinemas, two of them in Korea. And I'm happy to say that next year, as soon as the COVID situation allows us, we will be opening also in Japan and looking to expand into other seated entertainment in Japan as well. To test the reactions and acceptance of the augmented audio technology, we created a wonderful home product for home entertainment. It's called the Humu Augmented Audio Cushion, also on sale in Japan, and it's boosted by FLEXOUND. The feedback from the users of the FLEXOUND technology and also from the audio professionals and media internationally has been overwhelmingly good. Feeling is believing. Music is not only for ears, it's also something that you can feel, and it adds a truly different dimension to any sound content. As we can solve problems, audio-related problems in many industries, the augmented audio has an annual market potential of over $10 billion yearly. It can add value and it can solve problems. Even with conservative estimates, FLEXOUND has a full potential to become a unicorn within 10 years. Our business model, which we have chosen, is scalable and is based on licensing out the technology using the ingredient branding strategy. For instance, Intel or Dolby use similar kind of business models. We have a strong IP portfolio, like I said, already 13 granted international patents, including Japan, and a total of actually 78 IP filings that give us a base for the licensing. We have healthy gross margins and big growth potential. And last year, over 80% of our revenue came from the licensing and software service-based revenues. So we are not a hardware-based company, but it's a hardware-enabled solution. FLEXOUND is based in Finland. We were founded in 2015. We have an experienced international team and have fairly impressive, we have very impressive track records for the team. We are determined to change how people in the world experience audio in a new way and digital content. No wonder that we have won hearts and awards in different parts of the globe. We are looking now partners in Japan, obviously for the automotive and home and seated entertainment segments, but we are also raising equity to be able to finance the new growth leap. We are already backed up by the Japanese Nordic Ninja VC, and the parties behind that is Panasonic, Honda, Omron, and JBIC. But we are raising to able to grow further. We want to invest in our go-to-market strategy, in building the brand and team stronger, and also in the further development of the technology and enlarging of the IP portfolio. FLEXOUND is a highly attractive exit target for audio, consumer electronics, or automotive giants. So why work or why invest in FLEXOUND? Because we have a disruptive, deep technology that has vast market potential. We have a strong patent portfolio, proven track record and demand, and a scalable business model. We have a strong and skillful team that has Finnish sisu, determination, perseverance, and we have the determination to make this change. So my name is Mervi Heinaro from FLEXOUND, the augmented audio company. I'm very happy to speak to you afterwards and answer your questions. Please let us know if you are interested to find out more. And also look for flexound.com in the internet. Thank you very much. Arigato.
Thank you so much, Mervi, for your presentation. And we are definitely looking forward to being able to enjoy your products here in Japan as well. Next, I would like to introduce the third company for today, which is Logmore. Logmore provides QR data loggers to reduce the loss and waste of pharmaceutical goods, food, chemicals, and other easily spoiled and damaged products on a global scale. Their service aims to help ensure that goods arrive at their destination securely and usable. It's my pleasure to introduce you to the Senior Vice President of Global Sales, Mr. Erik Lehikoinen. Erik, please, the audience is yours.
Thank you very much, Nicholas. Konnichiwa, everybody. My name is Erik Lehikoinen. And as Nicholas stated, I'm the Senior Vice President of Global Sales here at Logmore. First, I would like to give a huge thanks for the Nordic Innovation House and JETRO for putting this all together and bringing us all here. So, who's Logmore? Why are we here? Our mission is very simple. We want to ensure that when goods are being delivered from A to B, they will arrive at their destination in a safe manner. We want to make sure that when you're eating your food or you're taking your pharmaceutical medicines, they are safe to use. And on top of this, we want to make sure that there will be as little waste as possible. So how do we do this exactly? As you can see from the picture, we're a combination of software and hardware. And we enable to collect critical data such as temperature, humidity, shock, light, and tilt of the voyage. Our solution is over 10 times faster than any other provider in the market today. But now a little bit to where we started. Logmore was founded in the middle of the woods in a town called Jyväskylä in central part of Finland. But now we have relocated to Helsinki. Earlier this spring, we were able to raise 4.5 million euros of growth funding led by Nordic Ninja, because we simply needed to deliver to our global customer base more solutions and faster. So what is really the problem that the world, this part of the supply chain is facing? There are a couple things. First, it's the security and availability of the data. The existing solutions are not able to deliver this information in a safe manner. And first of all, they're not able to even deliver this information. For instance, if a diabetic needs to get their insulin shot, before they inject that shot, they need to get an understanding, is it safe to use? Because if there's too big of a temperature deviation, it might be not working. And this is exactly where we want to contribute. We want to give the thumbs up that this vaccine or insulin is ready to be used right now, and it's still effective. And as you can see on the second part, it's the usability. The current solutions require loads of infrastructure. They require tremendous amount of cost and human labor to gather this information. And here we come to the picture, how do we make this easier? It's very simply actually thanks to you guys. You guys founded the QR code, and thanks to that, Logmore exists today. The QR code provides an easy to use experience, especially for the operational people. And that's the key. If the operational people in different factories, warehouses, the truck drivers, if everybody can use this in an easy way manner, the data is there to be used. So what has happened in the past year? Within a year from launch, we have been able to serve over 200 customers around the world. And as you can see from the map over here, even in Japan, we have a couple cases ongoing, and we're looking for more. We have been able to increase our production capacity for over 200,000 units on a monthly basis. And another exciting thing for us, and what we're very proud of, is that when Forbes mentioned that we are the top 20 IoT startups to watch in 2020. A little bit regarding where our solution is applicable. Typically, we're focusing on life sciences, food and beverages, automotive, and electronic manufacturers. But let's focus on one very important and a clear example. In the case of Pfizer, they need to deliver the COVID-19 vaccines in dry ice conditions. The problem today, and it has been for a long time, is that 15 to 30% of all these dry ice shipments are failing. The failure can happen for multiple reasons, but where Logmore can contribute is that we are able to ensure that when the COVID-19 vaccine of Pfizer will be injected to human beings, that there has not been any too big of a temperature deviations that it might have lost its effect, or even a worst case scenario that it might cause more harm than good. Right now, I believe that all the people in Japan are very familiar with the QR codes. If you want, please take out your phones. It's very easy. You just scan the QR code and you're able to navigate our cloud and get a little feel and touch how our solution works. But to save time, you can do this on your own. And now I would like to say thank you. Now we're connected. Let's get started. What we're looking from Japan is simply to be able to collaborate and deliver more value and ensure that the goods will be shipped from A to B within Japan in a safe manner. Arigato.
Thank you so much, Eric, for your presentation. And we will be providing the recording for our attendees after the event, so they can also find the QR code from the event recording. Next, just a small slight change of schedule. We will have Contractbook presenting next. Contractbook is a contract lifecycle management platform that enables your team to work with contracts in a single, fully automated flow. It's my pleasure to introduce you, the Director of Business Development, Mr. Anders Christensen. Anders, the audience is yours.
Thank you very much. Let me just start my camera and my microphone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Perfect. So my name is Anders. I'm the Director of Business Development in Contractbook. We are a Danish legal tech company. We were founded in 2015, and actually 1 year ago in November, the majority stake in the company was purchased by Google through their AI fund, Gradient Ventures. What we are doing is we are building legal tech tools surrounding the work with legal documents. And we have established a well-known presence in Scandinavia and are now expanding to the rest of the world. Let me just share my screen with you and show you what we have been building. Go. Okay, so Contractbook was, as I said, established in 2015. We currently have roughly 90,000 users on a monthly basis and have helped create and sign more than 1 million legal documents. We are active in 92 countries through our CSR initiatives where we plant trees every time we save paper. We've currently planted, I believe it's up around 1,900 trees by now. And we service some of the largest banks, law firms, and enterprises here in Scandinavia and are now looking to branch out. So one of our main concerns and why we exist is to help enterprises and law firms manage their work with legal documents. And it was estimated by Ernst & Young in 2019 that contract management and document automation is the #1 legal area where you can reap value by digitizing. What we have created is a document automation solution. And document automation is really fairly simple. It is automatic processes regarding the repetitiveness of working with legal documents. And there are several ways you can work with document automation. In Contractbook, we have chosen to work with what is called questionnaire-based document generation. The work with legal documents can often be very tiresome. It can have a lot of repetitive aspects in it, and it often causes regular employees a lot of headaches when working with them. Some of the key benefits you can reap from actually working with document automation is you can significantly cut the time it takes to develop legal documents. You can reduce human error and ensure compliance. You can empower your employees to move repetitive legal work from the legal department and into the company. And you can increase profitability, reduce the time it takes to have legal documents approved, and a lot of other great benefits of doing something like this. So what I would like to do today is actually demonstrate how it works. It should give a much better view on how document automation is actually functioning. So what I will show you today is one of our very simple agreements, a non-disclosure agreement. The Contractbook platform is solely software-based, and the process starts by inputting an email address, which we use to associate the flows of data and also send recovery links to. By pressing continue, I'm invited into the process of drafting this legal agreement, which is for this purpose a non-disclosure agreement. You'll see that I will need to pass through 6 different phases to generate this legal document. And we use a variation of components to actually take in information to both populate the document, but also to choose what particular clauses and parts of the document should be shown or hidden. So moving through this pretty quickly, you'll see as I pass through each section, I'm asked about information about what a company name is for this NDA, the registration numbers, what the agreement is about, whether there is talk of one agreement or several agreements that this NDA will govern. Essentially, these questionnaires are built fully tailor-made to individual legal documents, and the platform is language agnostic. So it can be built to suit any type of legal document, whether it has a very low level of complication, like this non-disclosure agreement, or if it's a more complicated legal document that you wish to automate. So once you have actually completed the document in full, you will be presented with the document itself that is already generated in a preview stage. You can check whether all the information you have input, dates, parties, the different sections in the document are all on point and the way they should be. And when you are satisfied with the result of the document, you can press Receive Document up here. you can choose whether you wish to take the document out in a PDF format, in a Word docx format, or whether you want to export the document directly into the Contractbook platform, where you can use globally valid digital signatures to actually sign the agreement. Going back into our presentation. So what we're looking for in Contractbook at this point is we're looking for collaborations and partnerships in Japan. We wish to learn the market, and we understand that there has recently been some changes in regards to stuff like digital signature, where we have a strong force. We're a high growth company and have recently closed the larger A round to be announced in the beginning of December, but have a sustained growth of between 10 to 15% every month. So what we're looking for is a partner that we can learn from and expand with in the Japanese market, and we really hope to find that through this pitch. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Anders, for your pitch, and indeed a very topical issue here in Japan as well. I would just like to say that it's 5 to 6. We have 3 more companies to go, so we will go a little bit over time today, but I hope that everyone will still be able to join us for the rest of the pitches. But without further ado, let me introduce you to ScanReach. ScanReach is launching the world's first wireless IoT platform, which enables personal and asset control in complex and confined steel environments, removing the need for complex and expensive cabling. It's my pleasure to introduce you to Chief Commercial Officer, Mr. Arild Sala. Arild, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much. I just start right on since we are running a little late. Hey everyone, I hope you all are safe in these strange days. My name is Arild and I'm the founder of ScanReach in Norway and work as a Chief Commercial Officer. And I will today pitch for you our invention, the maritime industry, the wireless connectivity in a steel environment. For 20 years ago, I had a dream of using technology to help locate and show where people are on board a vessel when an emergency occurs. I wanted to make a solution that could be life-saving. In 2015, we founded the company ScanReach to make the dream come true. The solution is called Connect PUB. PUB means personnel on board. For safety for all seafarers, it is extremely important to locate personnel immediately when, for instance, you have a fire on board. Our technology is specially designed for operating in harsh steel environment to quickly show where all crew members are. For our solution, we could say that when time is your enemy, fast is your friend. The wearable can also send distress alarms when you click on a button, or you will automatically send an alarm, or if you fell down and don't move afterwards, an alarm will alert the bridge. The wireless infrastructure is installed easy and by our customers themselves in just hours, no cabling needed. You need power, but the nodes have also backup battery in case of a blackout. Our technology is a digital enabler in the maritime industry. The safety solution is just the start of what we can do with our technology. We have also solved many other use cases where we can connect other sensors to our network. It's a really plug and play installation, no cables needed. It's easy ownership in terms of contracts. It's a long lifetime. We have over-the-air updatable hardware, so we can have new and improved performance. And the industry has already adapted the technology. For the Connect PUB system, you have these 3 components: digital interfaces, nodes for the infrastructure, and a wearable for the crew. It's the nodes that do the magic, and they are able to send data throughout the steel without any cables. It's maybe the first IoT network operating on a vessel in the world. We are not just targeting the maritime industry, but they're also moving into the oil and gas market. And that's an important market for safety. Offshore wind is also a very hot market these days, and we think that our solution would work just great in an offshore windmill park. Our solution has all the approvals to operate worldwide, including dangerous areas of gases, so the hardware is explosive safe approved. We are working with big maritime companies like Wärtsilä, NATO, Kongsberg, Inmarsat, Wilhelmsen, just to mention some of our partners, and they all adapted our technology. We have a clear roadmap to reach 50 vessels this year, 350 vessels for 2021, scaling up to 950 vessels in 2022, heavy scaling from 2023, and we aim to have a global leading positioning as a category king in 2025. The business model is easy, it's a yearly subscription fee. And as the numbers, the kind of a hockey stick here. We are in the market and we have now 30 vessels and counting. The team is highly skilled and counts 22 with offices in Norway and Denmark. Japan is a very interesting market for us. We are looking for sales partners or other partners in the region with good connections into the maritime industry. So if you're interested, please reach out and we can see if there are any opportunities together. And I would say thanks to the Nordic Innovation House of Japan and JETRO for the opportunity to pitch. And thank you all for listening and have a safe day. And I hope I kind of get some more time into the rest of the pitches. So thank you all.
Thank you so much, Arild, for your pitch. Very interesting solution, and of course, would be great to also see it implemented here in Japan and have you also come physically over as we talked in our practice pitch. Next, I would like to introduce the sixth company for today. We have Top Data Science from Finland. Top Data Science's co-creation model brings together customers' domain knowledge and Top Data Science's AI know-how to build up innovative, robust, and scalable solutions. CEO and co-founder, Mr. Timo Heikkinen, please, the audience is yours.
Yes, thank you, Niklas. Thank you, Nordic Innovation House and JETRO for inviting me. My name is Timo Heikkinen. I'm a CEO and one of the co-founders at Top Data Science. And it's a really nice opportunity since we are based in Finland, but owned by a Japanese company, Morpho Group. So I will talk about some best practices in developing industrial AI solutions. Learnings during last 5 years. So our company, we have seen really mind-blowing products and demonstrations. So we are a little bit different. We are not a single product company, but we are a co-creation company in the area of artificial intelligence and machine learning. Here you can see some of our references, so global companies, and we have created solutions in several countries, including Japan. So no Japanese logos here, but we have customers in there too. And we are working in computer vision, in predictive analytics, and even some NLP, meaning text analytics. And about 20 people now and growing. Our data science team is mostly PhD level top data scientists. We have some own backend development and then business development. And Morpho, our mother company based in Tokyo. So they are very well known from their smartphone camera software. So if you have a Android smartphone running on Android, you might have their software in your camera to make it better. Several image processing features, effect libraries, etc. So, but the main point is that we are based in Finland, but we have a mother company in Japan and we work together. So that might be an interesting concept for you. Okay, so why us? So co-creation, we have learned that AI and digitalization is new for many companies. So no one knows what will be the outcome since this is a data-driven solutions. So therefore, co-creation is super important. So your domain knowledge and our AI know-how will create winning solutions. And from the bullets here, you can see that we have worked in multiple industries, but our agile methods we can apply to many industries. And also scientific approach. So since we don't have a single technology, but we apply state-of-the-art, and many of our team are recently were in academia. So we look at the state-of-the-art in a given solution area or industry and then apply that. And also it means that we can measure the results, which is very important. And this is from Wikipedia, so it's quite clear but important. So descriptive analytics was or still is like a BI solution, so looking at the past performance. And second wave is predictive analytics, so what is likely to happen. So it predicts something and then, but what we are emphasizing is prescriptive analytics, means that it also not only predict, but tell what, why, and how much, for example. So we have solutions that suggest actions and make your workforce to apply AI solutions better. And if I have time still left, so one case for internal process improvement. So this is in computer vision, in welding and automatic weld seam detection and measurement. The customer is in automotive industry, tier 1 supplier, and this image is a microscopic image of a weld seam, and we have now automated this process. So we measure that the weld seam, there is enough metal in a joint, and all the it's strong enough for the regulations, and then also we will help them to make this workflow automatic, that the result is putting in the database, so it's like a traceable later. So one example of industrial computer vision. Second one is not internal process, but part of your product, for example. So these colorful, they are stones or rocks in a conveyor belt, and they are not painted, but this is a computer visualization for the how many rocks are in this picture. So it's instance segmentation, that individual stones can be detected even they are underneath others, and for example size, so that they can sort them intelligently. So one example of process improvement, and one that you can apply AI in your own technological products. So let's talk about AI. So we have our colleagues in Tokyo, Yayoi-san, or you can contact me or her, and we are happy to collaborate. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Timo, for your interesting presentation, and also great to see your presence here in Japan as well. And I'm sure if the participants are interested in contacting, they will find the contact information. And last, I would like to introduce our 7th company for today. Thank you everyone for following us. It's my pleasure to introduce you to 2N Health, which is a remote health management solution which provides efficient tools for remote monitoring, diagnostics, and rehabilitation. It's my pleasure to introduce you to both the CEO, Ms. Hanna Ekman, as well as the Head of Customer Success, Ms. Kristina Aatsinki. The stage is yours.
Thank you very much. Let me share the screen. Can you see it all right?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. As Matsumoto-san suggested in his keynote, due to the current situation, there's a lot to improve in health sector with the digitalization, and as also the graying of Japan is inescapable. A rapidly aging population and shrinking labor force are hampering growth. The swelling number of older adults set greater demands for healthcare, in-home caregiving, and assisted living facilities. The world's longest hospitalization periods and various chronic diseases are also burdening the system. Due to these, there is an increased need to address the labor shortage in healthcare. This is where we step in with our telehealth service to help out the world's third largest economy and third highest expenditure in healthcare. So in a nutshell, in Zoan service, the doctor sets a customer customized treatment path, which will guide the patient through scheduled action points of answering questions on health and taking measurements needed. The data of these will shift through a cloud service to the nurse who will monitor hundreds of patients, but only reacts to the ones whose data points cross the set thresholds and demands action.
With our telehealth service, the hospitals are able to achieve cost savings while improving the effectiveness of treatment. Previous proven results show remarkable reduction of number and length of hospitalization and emergency room visits, and increase of preventive healthcare and effective resource allocation. We have extensive experience of best practices regarding our telehealth service, which has been used in 11 different countries by over 25,000 patients, taking more than 2 million measurements so far. This certified medical device is strategic tools for hospitals to digitalize their healthcare services in the most optimal way. Our innovative service does not only collect data, but prioritize and combines it in a way that radically scale up professional time. This open interface service can be applied to monitor remotely all conditions with any devices. With this service, the professionals can focus on those patients that need special attention while the automated telehealth service takes care of the other patients.
The effects of telehealth are not only health related, but also making a huge social impact. If we think of remote care in work environment, in which we all can somewhat relate to, the well-being of our employees makes a real difference. For example, telehealth involves a longer lifespans and the concept of smart aging. And it's been proven that in a company level, healthy life contributes to improvement of revenue and productivity. And what makes Zoan a forerunner and a different to other players in still immature Japanese market is our years of experience in an international environment, the fact that we are not attached to any specific illnesses or devices, and that our technical solution is a certified medical device.
This business concept is scalable globally, and as the first step, we have started our market study and operations in Japan, where we already have a joint venture with local healthcare IT and medical center. Together, we have localized our telehealth service and established local support to serve our customers in technical and service design matters. The proof of concept shall be carried out soon in private clinic. The first pilots shall be designed to support larger scale deliveries nationwide to public and private hospitals and clinics. Zoan health teams have a strong international experience from healthcare IT industry, healthcare service and regulation, telehealth platforms and related best practices, business development and customer-oriented service models. This global team, local teams, organizational model has been created to Japanese market. So if you are an employer who wants to increase well-being and health, as well as safe during these COVID times at workplace by utilizing modern technology, consider to add our telehealth service to your occupational healthcare. Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you so much, Hanna and Christina, for your presentation. And also, as was mentioned in Matsumoto-san's keynote, it is truly a topical theme here in Japan. With that, I would like to thank all of our amazing speakers today. Thank you so much for presenting. We have touched upon a wide variety of Nordic know-how in the digital transformation field. And we have also seen how most of the companies that pitched today are already in one way or another connected to Japan. If you're interested in getting in touch with the companies who were presenting here today, we will send an inquiry form for you to fill. I would like to also thank our collaboration partner, JETRO, for collaborating with us on this event. And also thank you everyone for joining. And we went a little bit over time, but I'm happy to see that if not everyone has stayed until the very end. So I hope that you found today's pitches interesting. We will be in touch with the event recording inquiry form as well as feedback form after the event. But with that, I would like to close today's event and thank you so much for your participation. ありがとうございました。